This podcast is part of the Big Heads Media Podcast Network. Go to bigheadsmedia.com for more great podcasts.
Once in a great while, we're privileged to experience an event so extraordinary that it becomes part of our social heritage. 1969, man walks on the moon. 1971, man plays golf on the moon. Then for a long time, nothing happened. Until tonight. Behold the future of craft beer on 3 Beers In.
There is a podcast no one asked for. A podcast you never knew you didn't want. 3 Beers In. This is the podcast.
I anticipate a deeply religious experience.
Hey everybody, tonight is our second annual beer and ice cream pairing. That's right, we're pairing beer and ice cream again.
For the second time.
Yes, for the second time.
Again for the first time.
Again.
No IPAs this time.
Again for the first time. Yeah, we did it last year and it was good. Everybody loved it.
I didn't hear any complaints.
Everybody that's here loved it.
Yeah.
Raving fans were asking for more.
Yeah, no.
They were screaming.
Could you guys pour ice cream under every beer?
Yeah.
Pour beer over every ice cream?
3 scoops
whatever.
in.
I did, yeah. Yeah, we did it last year. It was good, but I think we could improve it. And by the end, we'll see if we have. So this is Ross, and with me tonight is a member of the North American Beard Alliance, Cutter.
Yay!
The man whose roasts are so bad, we call him Sergeant Savage, Joel.
Joel's there.
He's there. And man that's drinking nothing but Haterade tonight, Clint, who's not here because he's out there drinking Haterade. And maybe Tony.
Yay!
I didn't know if you would be here or not, Tony. Yeah,
Oh, I'm like Schrodinger's 3 Beers In.
yeah, sure.
We never know until like 8:30 if Tony's showing up.
Hey, that was 8:15.
And then we call him and he's like, oh yeah, I'm not coming. That's what happened with Hot Squad.
We need to get you on the, I'll just call you every night. Like,
Yeah.
Hey, Tony, you coming tonight? Nope.
So it is 561 days since we started doing this. Not beer and ice cream, but
gotcha,
the podcast, which the last one was our 186th day anniversary, I think. So
It's pretty close right on.
Pretty far in, huh?
yeah, it's
365. It's pretty close.
Yes, it is. 365 in 1 week, I believe. Yeah,
Nice.
maybe 8 days. I don't know. So that's 48 million.
Oh my God.
470. Yeah, exciting, right?
They did the math.
48,470,400 seconds.
How many heartbeats is that?
80 weeks.
Wait,
no.
what's your resting heart rate?
It depends. All right, so last time we had Yinglings, and this time we're doing Bluebell.
Some local folks. Ice cream.
So let's pour the beer.
please.
Firstly, we are doing the Texas Harvest from Freetail.
Yeah.
This is their 2017 vintage too.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
So it's gonna have some.
Oh, I researched their. Oh no! This is I think this is the last one.
We
they did.
discussed this one, so it better be this one.
I'm a little worried.
You got to pour it slow, because it is going to foam right up.
Mm-hmm. I just want to get a little sample first. I'll let you guys. Holy shit, that's good. It reminds me of something. I can't think of it.
Sour beer.
Yeah, it's definitely sour,
Wine.
Oh, God.
but it's got like a.
It's going to be my nightmare.
It's like a creamy gummy note, like a creamy gummy. That's what it does. What it reminds me of.
And then a bit of sour.
Yeah.
Oh, that is good.
Yeah.
And we picked the right one to start with.
Yes, I agree. This is a good one. Ooh, man, that is good.
Yeah. So Bluebell, they all started on a hot summer day in 1907. group of local businessmen in Brenham, Texas, had a bunch of excess cream that was bought from area farmers. And what do people do when they have so much cream they don't know what to do with it?
I got too much cream, guys.
That's right. Heroin. But before that, you know that what they did? That's right. They made a whole bunch of butter.
I didn't think you were going to say butter. I thought you were going to say ice cream.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Anyway, the Brenham Creamery Company was formed. A few years later, the creamery began making ice cream and delivering it to neighbors by horse and wagon. It was in 1930 that the company changed its name to Bluebell Creameries after the native Texas bluebell wildflower. Not to be confused with the blue bonnet, which is the state flower. Also a brand of butter. Blue bonnet butter.
True.
I'm trying to think of what a bluebell, the plant, actually looks like.
It looks almost weed-like, and it's a blue, and it like hangs down like the flower.
a bell.
Hangs
so
low.
the bell part.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So they produced butter until 1958 when Bluebell began to focus full-time on making ice cream. So they were making ice cream and butter at that time. They grew slow. It wasn't until the 1980s that Bluebell became available outside of Texas. Their products are sold in 22 states no matter how much the market grows. Quality standards never change or never compromised. Today, their product lineup includes many frozen snacks. Each one is distributed to supermarkets and food stores through their direct store delivery program.
Is that how Yingling did it?
No.
Oh.
But a lot has changed in 1907, but one thing that remains the same, they work hard to ensure that every lick of Bluebell ice cream tastes as delicious as the last.
They are pretty solid.
Anyway.
They're extremely consistent, too, which is what I've always loved about them.
Did you guys grow up
Just a
with
hint of
Bluebell?
listeria.
No.
Yes.
They didn't have it in Kansas?
No.
Oh,
Well, one of the 22
yeah.
cents.
I remember having it all the time growing up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you live like
That was
2 hours from the creamery.
I didn't know there was any other ice cream.
Yeah.
That was the ice cream, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know there was any other ice cream until I was like 21, 22 when I was in college.
Oh, well, that's just on you, Joel.
People talk about like Ben and Jerry's, and then there was another one that was pretty big at
Dryers.
Haagen-Dazs?
Haagen-Dazs.
Breyers,
Yeah.
Dryers, and Haagen-Dazs were the big ones.
Yeah. Haagen-Dazs for some reason was big.
I always had
H-
Schwann's.
I never had that. Yeah, I don't know.
I thought it was so good until
Premium
I discovered
Select.
literally
Anything else?
anything else. I was like, oh, wow. Schwann's is not great.
Wait, isn't that the one that they deliver
Oh,
food
yeah.
off the truck?
Oh, yeah. What would you like to order tonight? Give me a gallon of ice cream. That sounds delicious.
some of
And a
that
turkey
ham.
dinner.
Yeah, and a turkey dinner.
Yeah.
Wait, are you talking about like the ice cream truck would have that one?
No, it's not.
No, it's like they
No,
have like
they do
frozen
meal delivery. Yeah.
frozen
Oh.
stuff.
They
like,
deliver frozen foods.
They're
I don't
frozen
think I
meals.
know that.
they're
The
chicken-
original Blue Apron.
Oh, yeah, you can still see them around.
Yeah, they
I
have
see them
really?
around from
Yeah.
time to time. They're not nearly as big as they used to be because you can get all that shit from like delivered to your house now.
Oh.
But yeah,
Used to
they
be
usually
popular
do
just older
weekly
people,
or
right?
bi-weekly deliveries. Like every 2 weeks they'd come around. And
Oh,
go,
I
hey,
didn't know they were bi. Good for them.
that's very progressive.
Yeah.
It is a swan.
The ugly duckling.
So they had those where you lived?
Yeah.
Really?
I
In a
lived in-
small area that you grew up in?
That way you didn't have to leave
Out in
town.
Montezuma,
Montezuma, Kansas.
the
So-
mean streets of.
Yeah.
The first beer we're drinking. We already talked about
So
the first beer.
Freetail. Well, we mentioned what it is. We didn't
It's
actually
so
really
good.
talk about what it is, but
So good.
so Texas Harvest from Freetail is a sour, wild, funky beer made by Freetail out of San Antonio. It looks like it's a yearly release. I believe the 2019 is the second release of it. And you said this is the 2017?
This is the 2017.
So did they skip a year?
Must have. I mean, read the bottle. I can do that.
If you'd like.
If there's one thing Cutter can do.
If it works. Where I get all my details. Where it matters, directly from the source. Texas Harvest is the fruit of our collaboration with our good friends at picturesque Hill Country Winery.
Yeah.
We chose one of their signature grape varietals, a 2016 Harvest to Nut from Ready Vineyards in Brownfield, Texas. Blended the must with the 18-month-old Ananke, then re-fermented the blend for 4 months in Charbonneau barrels.
Yeah.
Inoculated with the enologist's worst nightmare, Brettanomyces. Brettanomyces bruxellinis?
I'm so
Yeah.
glad Cutter got to read the bottle.
Brixillus.
Man, there's a lot of yeast. There's a lot of yeasties on here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beastie yeasties.
I think they for the new one they used the
Pediococcus.
Morpheus blend, but
Pediococcus damnosus.
Yeah.
The resultant soft acids blend effortlessly with the smooth tannin character from the Tanat. A blend of tobacco, cherry, and oak fill the bouquet, augmented through this inspired secondary barrel fermentation, then bottle finished with champagne yeast.
Yeah.
Those fruit and like tobacco notes, I feel like come through really well. It's
Yeah.
I get fruit. I can't get any tobacco.
It's like
When you're older.
it's those darker notes.
So the
Ain't old
current
enough
one,
yet.
the current one is brewed in a collaboration with Bending Branch Winery in Comfort, Texas. But the Ananke, it's interesting, is their base for all their sour, wild, funky beers. That one's about 6.4%, and the Freetail is, what does it say? I think it's like 9 or something.
This one is 9?
This one? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
so.
I can't feel that at all.
Oh, no.
Oh, we're also
It's
pouring
really-
it over ice cream.
True.
Yeah, but I think a little bit of alcohol would have come through
I feel like, yeah, you're right. A 9
if it were
would've-
like 9%.
Yeah, would have poked through.
We'll see
A little bit poking through
on you.
on you.
You done did it. Anyway, but the Ananke, it's rarely released in its purest form because it's just sour. I mean, it's just a base to build on top of, which makes sense. It's good, and I think that's what we want to do with our sour.
That's a type of yeast.
No, it's the beer, the base of the beer. So it's the backbone of the Wild Ale program, a base beer used for blending and fruit infusion, named for the ancient Greek goddess of inevitability and personification of destiny, necessity, and fate. So it's like, it is what it is. You can't fight it. It's like, this is an Ananke.
Sometimes you don't think like a bee.
This beer was bottled on
But it
February
do.
1st, 2017.
Nice. Okay.
So, but
So
before
it's,
that,
it's a lot more sour than it probably was.
Exactly.
and before that, it had almost 2 years worth of process.
Yes. It had 2 years.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it had about a year. It was 6 months of process before that.
6 months aged for the Ananke, right?
Yeah.
For the base beer, and then more with the...
If you consider the growing of the grapes. Yeah. That's all
I don't.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wonder if, though,
'Cause
that's why they skipped 2018.
The harvest probably in like September, October-ish for the grapes, and then beyond that. But
Yeah. It's about the same. I don't know. I would have worked on the second batch while this was working myself, but
depending on how much of this went out, it's all like, and then how much space that's taking up.
could have had
probably-
a lot invested into
probably
this.
really limited, and probably that's why the 17 is there and not the new one, because
Right.
the new one, maybe they didn't release it widely, because I was reading they had a release at the brewery and they had 500 bottles there, which isn't a whole lot.
That's not a whole lot of bottles, no.
Yeah. So it was like,
But really
first
cool
come,
guys.
first served
They
sort of
usually
thing.
have about 15, 20 beers on tap. I used to live, like my apartment used to overlook their parking lot, and I used to go, like jump our fence to go there.
Oh, I thought you said you lived in their parking lot.
Yeah,
like,
Pretty
you
much.
know,
I lived
yeah.
in there. I lived out of their trash can. They have really good pizza.
Like a little raccoon?
Yeah,
Little
exactly.
cutter raccoon?
Exactly.
Are you imagining a cutter raccoon right now?
I can put on my bandit eyes.
So the 2019 is 8.9%. So I'm sure this one is probably falls in line there.
But with it being aged longer in the bottle, it's probably. I guess
Yeah, well, with Brett continues eating.
Yeah, exactly.
Even complex sugars, it'll keep eating stuff that other yeast can't eat.
It has a flavor.
It works slowly.
I can't put my finger on what it reminds me
piss?
of, like Christmas.
Christmas.
It reminds me about something of
Christmas
Christmas.
in the dumpster.
No, this
Nutmeggy, sort of like allspice, or
kind of
maybe it's
but it
the
reminds me
ice
of a
cream
dessert.
mixed
Yeah,
in.
well, the flavor
like a
of the
custard,
float.
like a
It's like-
cinnamon custard, sort of like
kind of.
flan, or
I can't picture it, but it's very distinctive, and I'm like, it's
Creme
very
brulee?
delicious. Kind of. I really like this, like
Oh,
as
yeah.
a float. I really want to try it because I
think
have
it's
another
great.
bottle. I really want to try it
Just by itself?
just by itself. I don't think I would enjoy it as much, but I'm giving this a 1.
oh yeah,
The binary scale, so this is definitely a 1. This is a thumbs up from Cutter. Joel, thoughts?
I was like, Cutter stared at you. So, yeah.
I thought he was going to say something because he was like,
I mean, I give it a 1. It's a little too sour in general for my taste, but with ice cream, it smooths out just a little bit. I can't imagine drinking it straight though. But I like the mixture. I think it was great having kind of a vanilla base and then adding this kind of tart, I don't know, flavor to it. I don't know. When you talk about flavor, it kind of reminds me of almost like it's like a pie, like a cherry pie, kind of like the gelatin that you get in it. Like if you burn the edges just a little bit, I don't know.
Some more?
Caramelized sugar.
Yeah, that tasted that you were getting. That's what I
like a creme brulee.
Yeah,
that was what I was thinking.
Yeah,
that's an interesting idea. For me, it kind of tastes like an icebox pie, which I don't know if you guys have had, but it's like basically whipped cream and Kool-Aid and sugar and fruit. But like, especially like
sort
the
of
way
like Jell-O, sort of.
Yeah, like a Jell-O pie.
It sets in the fridge.
And it's kind of like the way this. I don't want to say curdles, but like the way.
Yeah, I was looking at that and I was like, wait, it's sour with milk.
It gives it a texture of curdling, and it's like, man, I wonder how this is going to work in my stomach.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well. After I had drank half of it.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that before we came.
Yeah, I'm looking down and it's like, yeah, I can chew this.
I like it.
I like it though.
You can plaster it.
But I wonder if you had this with
flavor
like,
works well.
If you like blended this with maybe like slush and made like a cream slush like at Sonic.
Yeah.
Like that would probably be really good.
I thought about doing that, but this is just easier.
Oh no, this is amazing by itself. But I was just thinking like, what else you could do with this? Like, because this is alcohol and ice cream.
Get
and
a slushy machine from 7-Eleven.
Do they sell those?
No, they don't sell them.
Just get the slush.
To rent a margarita machine.
You know, when I was little,
Slurpee
the height
machine.
of being rich to me was like, I'm going to put a soft serve ice cream machine in my house.
Yeah.
Like a commercial one.
And now you got 3.
Well, no, then I worked at... yeah. Well, then I worked at Sonic. I was like, cleaning one of those things was such a terrible job.
That's why it's always broken.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because someone's like, I'm not going to do the work.
Yeah, it's like sign off on that little check mark.
That's how our Jack in the Box was. Every time you'd go for anything that was cold, like slushies, ice cream, they're like, yeah, it's broken.
Jack in the Box doesn't have slushies. Damn it. Anyway.
Fucking Jose peed in it again.
God damn it, Jose.
You know how those hoes be.
Oh. They do.
I can't believe I laughed at that.
Yeah, me neither.
But you did.
Yeah, you so did. Yeah, I think I'd mirror what everybody else is saying. It's pretty good. It's the vanilla and the fruit of the sour really complement each other, and then it's got that little bit of tang to it, I guess.
Yeah,
we know how Ross feels
like
about tang.
Would you say Brett?
Yeah. And then cinnamoniness, or like just a spice that we can't get hold of.
Quite pinpoint.
Can't nail it
it's
down.
There.
But yeah. Yeah, so you guys want to hear about Freetail?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, good, because I was going to talk about it anyway. So they started out in their original brew pub on a used 15-barrel brew house held together by duct tape and determination. And we all know how sticky determination is. Cutter? No, anyway.
It's very, very sticky. For those of you who don't know, it's very, very sticky.
Some might say that Cutter's beard is determination.
Yeah, anyway, that original brewery is still kicking out fresh, innovative beers, while their new state-of-the-art production brewery and tasting room brews all of the beers they distribute. Mm-hmm. They don't make the claim of being the hoppiest, funkiest, strongest, or anythingest brewery, but they do pride themselves on making great beer backed an open, honest, and transparent business philosophy.
Well, it's very transparent because, like, from their like, they have like a kitchen also, but while you're sitting there eating, you can see all their tanks through the glass and everything.
That's a big thing. ABW does that too, and a few
pretty
people
standard.
Do. Yeah, well, not everybody does it, but
Black Star does it.
They've been around for a while, though. I mean, like Freetail, I guess Freetail.
2008.
Yeah, 2008.
Ooh, that is a long time compared to Austin.
So yeah. So the name, they were named after the Mexican free-tailed bat, the official flying mammal of Texas.
True story.
Yeah. The Bracken Cave just north of San Antonio is home to the largest colony of free-tailed bats and one of the largest concentrations of mammals in the world. Estimated 30 million bats call the San Antonio area home, eating pesky insects and safeguarding our agricultural system. Just like their namesake brewery, free-tailed bats are tiny, but they have a huge impact on the community. Yeah. And so as I was saying, they have their old tap room, which they serve people from, well, I think it's like a pub now. They say it's a pub, the one on 1604 that you're familiar with. And then they have one downtown somewhere, I think, or close.
Oh,
to-
probably like down by the Pearl District or something.
I think
like
so.
that.
Yeah. So that's their new one that they
Yeah,
their production.
It's real easy to get to. It's like right
off the highway there.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. I've been there, to that one before.
you've been to Freetail there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
But though
Their
I
pizza's
can't
really good,
remember,
too.
I was going to ask Cutter, what other beers from Freetail have you liked?
I liked, man, it's been a long time since I've been down there.
Didn't you buy one of their pizzas and then a growler? And there was like, you can't drink that here.
Yeah, I've got a lot of growlers, so I had to like crawl over the fence to get back to my apartment because there wasn't an entrance that way. Getting to them was easy. Getting back was a little more tricky.
Oh yeah, because then you've got
Right.
growler. And
Right.
pizza.
Exactly. Yeah, they wouldn't let us drink a growler.
Because of Texas antiquated laws?
Right, exactly.
That and growlers are usually cheaper than buying
A pitcher?
pint after pint. Yeah.
But they had a chocolate stout that was really, really nice. I was into IPAs at the time.
You son of a bitch.
I know. And they had like some pretty decent West Coast IPAs that I really didn't. I can't remember any of the names. It's been so long, but I don't even think they make some of them anymore. But I enjoyed probably the majority of their beers that I had there. There's only like one or two that I didn't care for.
Yeah.
What? You didn't care for any of them?
No,
Two of them?
two.
That's still more than I was like, oh, you liked them all. Wow.
But the thing that stood out, the thing that stood out to me, the thing that stood out to me about them, though, I'd
You
never
already
been
drunk,
to.
Joel?
I'd never been
No.
to a brewery or a place that had so many of like their own beer.
Yeah.
Like, when you walk into a lot of the breweries, they have like maybe 5 or 6 things on tap.
Yeah.
They had like 20 things. Like, and I was like,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! All right. well, fair
Versus
enough.
like a
That
place
is-
that's all guest taps.
right, exactly. Like,
Well, to have 20 beers, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work and a lot of...
Some people would
A lot of
say that
batches.
that's a lot of kind of experimentation, but a lot of strikeouts.
But it was but they had a smaller, not a super small system, but, not as small as,
but
Orth.
see, it was
So-
Yeah.
it was probably. I mean, it's been 5-6 years since I was down there. Like when I lived across the way from it. So they had a smaller system, I'm sure, so they could pump out like smaller batches, like a keg here, a keg there, like just do whatever and go on to the next batch and do something else. But it looked like they had plenty of kegs, and it looked like, if I remember right, they had quite a few barrels that they might have been aging stuff in also, but
like what we're drinking?
not at the
Why
time. No, it was before my time, but I like this beer. I'm glad I got another one so I can try it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, it's interesting that like I don't think I could have 3 beers over ice cream of this
Oh,
one.
no, God, no.
I think there's something about the sour where it's good. Towards the end of it, like the sour is like, oh
lot
man,
of
the sour's
sour.
poking through. Yeah.
So what I love about this part is I love this episode, like the ice cream social episodes. I love beer floats.
Yeah.
I love like pouring beer over ice cream.
Which some of us last time, we didn't do that. We just had it in bowls.
Yeah, I don't usually do more than one of these. So it's like doing 3 or 4 of these. It's like, that dessert was delicious. Let's have another.
Well, we had
Yeah.
tiny ones.
But I'm glad this is the first one we started with. This is really nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really looking forward to our next one though too.
Yeah.
The next one I'm going to go out on a limb and say I think the next one might be the best one.
Yeah? Okay.
Ooh, strong statement.
It's like this one was really good. I think the next one will be better. We've had the beer before, even on the podcast, but I'm certain that it's going to be pretty decent. So
You're teasing it. Are you going to tell us what we're drinking?
So the second beer we're doing, it's the one that's near and dear to Ross's heart.
Wait, don't ruin the surprise for Joel.
Oh wait, yeah, okay, sorry, Joel, cover your ears. Good, he's got headphones on. It's a Doppelblur. It's his deathbed beer.
It is.
I know there was probably some other ones that we could do, but I really wanted to do a Hef. And this one, they canned it
Yeah.
a little while back, but banana bread and vanilla ice cream.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be hard. This is going to be really hard not to be good, in my opinion.
You know, I don't know why I didn't think of this when you were saying like, "Oh, this is going to be the best one," because obviously, like, it seems so obvious now about it.
But yeah, I've got a real good feeling. This is probably going to be the best one. I've got high hopes for the other two as well, but I feel like one's going to be and the other one's going to be powerful. I'll say that.
Yeah.
One's gonna be like real dark. I've got a feeling.
Ooh, you got Temptress?
I didn't.
No, that would be a good one. Dang.
Temptress over ice cream.
I've had a few. I really want to try when their Sin Mint comes back out again this year. I really want to try that over ice cream.
Ooh, that sounds good.
I liked it, and Clint had. Well, we were throwing axes. Clint had a taste of it. I think on accident.
Accident.
Yeah, no. Said it tasted like burnt cookies, I think. Burnt graham crackers.
I can see it,
Ooh,
yeah.
that sounds delicious. Like a s'more.
It's got that roasty, yeah.
It's like a Thin Mint. It's like graham cracker and dark chocolate. It's like,
Wait, are you saying the Sin Mint tasted like Thin Mint?
Yep.
Yeah, I wouldn't believe it.
Yeah, do you think they know that's a coincidence?
Doppelblur from Circle Brewing here in Austin, Texas.
Yep.
This is, once again, this is going to be really hard for it not to be really
Joel?
good. Half a can, Joel.
Slow pour.
Half a can,
I
Joel.
know.
Damn, Joel.
Probably like here.
Okay.
I'm not going to pour the whole thing. Whoop, shit.
Yeah, it foams up really quickly.
Yeah.
Oh, it smells delicious already. Oh, man.
Dang.
You know, I understand why this is your deathbed beer. I do.
Yeah.
I understood it at the time. What do you think, Joel? First impressions?
It's okay.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
It's too bready to me.
That's all beer.
Thought it would.
And I'm not disappointed.
Yeah. Oh, man.
That is so good.
It just adds some vanilla to
Yeah, I know. I was like,
a banana-y beer.
It to me, it tastes like warm banana bread, and you just like dolloped a thing of ice cream over the top of it.
Speaking of warmth, I get a little alcohol warmth out of there.
Yes, you do.
Not like an overpowering amount. But you said not too long ago that you think they toned it down for the cans.
I think
the
they
alcohol.
did. I'm almost certain they did. I don't know that. You know Ben better than I do, but
So you're saying the draft would have more?
I think the tap room has more. I feel like it has more. I've had it.
I think the few Doppelblur, I've had many Doppelblurs there, but a couple of times the consistency has been a little bit off.
This is 7.7. I think is what this one is.
Ooh.
Yeah. Which is what their tap room wall says. So,
But this is good.
So here's a question before we kind of jump in. So we're having the same ice cream, the Bluebell vanilla. Are there any other Bluebell flavors you think would mix well with beer?
see, I think so. Yeah. Yes, all of them. I mean, it depends on your taste. It's like I didn't think a bit about this until just this moment, but ice cream is a little bit like beer.
Yeah.
Craft beer and ice cream, it's like you have a lot of flavors. You have a lot of flavors of ice cream, a lot of flavors of beer.
And Joel,
Something
that's
for
not
everybody.
entirely true because we somewhat had this discussion last week.
I don't think we did. Yeah.
Because spoiler alert, later on we're gonna have a cookies and cream stout.
Yeah.
So we were thinking about mixing it with cookies and cream.
I thought about it.
Double
Sorry,
cookies,
double up on
double
it.
cream.
But
Double cream.
the term gilding the lily came up.
I've never used it before.
Yeah, I know. I had to look it up because I know I've heard this before. That's why I was like,
I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna say this.
Right, exactly.
Wait, is he gonna understand?
I did because I had to look it up.
it up,
I did.
yeah.
I was like, I feel like I should know what this means.
I don't know.
But
many people say it. No,
It just means that it's like
Too much of a good thing.
Too much of a good
like
thing.
a hat on a hat
Do you guys have the phrase hat on a hat?
Yeah.
from Rick and
But,
Morty. I don't know if that. I heard it in Rick and Morty. I don't know if other people have ever said it. They probably have.
But I feel like it would take away from the beer. Whereas I think
too much good
vanilla,
stuff.
Vanilla plays into like just a typical float.
It's a plain base,
Right.
Sort of, but
Add some
it kind of
sweetness,
goes with
yeah.
everything. Yeah. Anyway, so anybody who's not familiar with the Doppelblur,
Where have you been? Living under a rock?
You haven't been listening to our podcast.
somewhere else. Not in Austin. I don't know.
You've been living in Iraq?
in Iran.
His name's Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah, I was about to say, living under the rock.
I don't know. Anyway, so Doppelblur, Imperial Hef made by Circle Brewing. They say kick back and relax with Blur's bigger, boozier doppelganger, which Blur is their Texas Hef that they make, which is a lighter, sort of a cross between. It's a lawnmower-y Hef, so like a
It's
Crystal Wise and
super light. It's good.
Yeah, it's not super filling and it's not super light. But
Well, I think that's why we like it.
yeah. So, but the Doppelblur, it's sweet. It tastes of banana and cream. It takes all things you know and loves about their blur, which is their Texas half, and kicks them up a notch. Creamy and refreshing with a nice little bite, which, the bite comes through.
Oh, yeah.
This amped up Hefeweizen overflows with citrus, banana, and clove notes.
I'm going to throw this out there. I'd put a little bit of like caramel drizzle over the top of this.
I thought you were going to say nutmeg or cinnamon. Like, I think that would go
That would go really well.
Cinnamon,
too. Maybe a little bit of all of that.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's Christmas right there.
Yeah. So it's 18 IBUs, 7.7% alcohol, contains water, malt, hops, and yeast.
You forgot fucking delicious.
I didn't forget it. I thought it was on
It's a little bit of magic, a little bit of love.
Yeah.
So, do you guys ever have that happen where you're like
spicy deja vu?
Drinking a hef with somebody and they're just drinking it and you're like, oh man, you can really taste the banana. And they're like, I did not taste the banana until you said the banana.
Yeah.
Yes.
Most things.
Is it the power of suggestion? Is that what that is?
No, because it's in there, but if you don't take the time to drink it or
to enjoy it,
Yeah.
and kind of
Some people just drink beer to
tease
drink
it
beer.
out. Yeah.
yeah,
I try to talk with Leah about flavors all the time, and she just goes,
She's like, shut the fuck up, Cutter.
pretty much, yeah. She's like, no, I don't get any of that.
I can't
I
drink
think
milk.
it's good.
Well, but that's good for the brewery, though. Like, I don't know why I like it, but I like it.
Oh, she doesn't drink beer. It's mostly wine. And
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I know I'm probably not a super taster.
Maybe. I don't know.
I feel,
We'll have to
I
see.
feel like Ross and I are more of the tasters here in the.
I don't know. I didn't used to be, but now I know when we started, things did not taste the way they do now. So
I'd like to do like a blind taste test with all of us too. Like everybody bring. Well, I guess
we know. We've talked about it a lot.
I don't know. It's been a while though. I just want to read.
The Secret Santa thing.
Not really.
Oh yeah, we kind of did.
We
No,
could all bring growlers.
When I hear blind taste tests, I see growler or somehow disassociated from the bottle. Like on these, like you open and you're like, oh, a beta.
Yeah.
And then you're already having a perception of it. Or, oh, big bark. I already have a perception.
Maybe we should just remove the labels.
I think Abita brands their bottles.
I think they do. And
So
you'd see it
don't
on the
bring an
cap.
Abita.
You'd see it on the cap, yeah.
Oh, the cap. You could
Oh,
scratch
the Rocky Mountains.
Well, that's where
They're
you just
so
go,
blue.
Clack. It's like then you hand the person their bottle.
Or we could just wear blindfolds and not do any work and just have a sixth person outside of the
talking to your-
podcast.
Yeah, it doesn't. Nobody wants to be a sixth man.
Well, it could be a lady.
Amy.
Could be a lady.
Meta World
Amy
Peace.
Rain.
What
World Peace.
What is he doing right now? I don't know.
Probably drugs.
Oh. No. No.
He's exploring the universe,
Yeah.
one drug at a time.
No.
Oh man, hadn't taken a sip in a while. I forgot how good it was.
Yeah.
So I love that this one doesn't curdle as much as the last one.
Yeah.
Doesn't have that sour.
I also love
It's
that.
the foam
as
that
well.
curdles. So if you pour it hard, it'll curdle more.
Oh, I poured it pretty hard.
I do have.
Poured
Yeah.
the shit out of that beer.
When you do that, all you do is just like mix
Oh,
it up.
is that how I get rid of foam in a drink? Oh, okay.
It becomes drinkable foam at that point in time.
There you go.
I hate you. I hate you so much.
So,
Joel, slap him.
I love you, Cutter.
So about Circle, 2010, Circle Brewing Company was founded by childhood friends Ben Sable and Judson Mulheron. What? Mulheron. I guess I've never seen his last name. I don't know. Judson Mulheron.
We've only featured
just
him on the
Judd.
episode
I don't know.
twice.
What?
3 times.
Who? What?
Circle.
Oh, Circle. Yeah. So they began with little money and an overabundance of passion with some help from their friends and family. They pooled the money to retain a lease and start construction on the brewery in March of 2010.
I remember when they opened up.
Good for you.
Because you were living down the street from then at the time.
After a long and grueling build out, a few equipment delays, and a peppering of a little good and a little bad luck, they brewed their first batch of beer on December 9th, 2010. You guys want to guess what it is?
I was going to guess Blur.
I was going to guess Envy.
Envy.
Ooh.
Envy Amber. So from their press release, I don't know, it was a press release. Anyway, so they said, like many brewers, we had an unusual path to brewing beer. After graduating from Purdue in 2004, Judd followed his passion of all things aeronautical, becoming an aviation mechanic and contractor in Denver and then San Diego, Ben graduated from the University of Miami in 2004. He graduated degrees in finance and economics, supplementing his business education. Ben became a boilermaker as well, just somebody that goes to Purdue. Tony, you were looking at me questioningly. So,
well, I was thinking of the Boilermaker, the drink.
No, he didn't become a drink.
Yeah, that's
whiskey and a beer.
So he earned his MBA at Purdue in 2006. He found his way after grad school to Los Angeles to make it big in the talent agency business, which he and Orf should start a talent agency. I don't know, but
I wonder how Orf's stand-up days are going.
When you go down there.
Yeah. So despite their success in their respective industries, they had no passion for what they did. And working for others never suited either of them. They had brewed beer since they were kids growing up in Nashville. Back then, it was always in some terrible contraption that led to mixed results, either disgusting or undrinkable.
Toilets will do that.
Yeah. But it was fun, they said. They always loved beer, and after some serious thought and a little hands-on brewing experience, they made the leap. They packed up their stuff and moved to Austin 2008 to open their brewery.
Why did they move to Austin to open their brewery?
I don't know, because it was here. Booming.
Boomtown.
Booming after the crash.
They've come a long way since then, and they continue to push themselves, learn new things, and experiment with their brewing. And they tend to, I don't know, for a brewery that one of their logos is just, or one of their things is just water, malt, yeast, and what was the fourth? Hops. Yeah, sorry. Water, malt, yeast, and hops. They kind of do. I guess they don't do too many additives, but they do some additives. I don't know.
The only thing I've ever seen them add is like barrel aging, but
they do that.
That's
Party Pig.
Yeah, Party Pig.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, so
which was,
but they had different variations of that one, right? The Party Pig.
Because it was.
They always do.
There was whiskey.
They have the rum ham and then the brandy glaze.
That rum ham was just a good name. It wasn't a good drink.
No, I don't find rum and beer going together too often.
No.
Too often.
No.
Myself, that's
whiskeys. I find it going together pretty well, but I've not had any rum barrel aged beers that I can think of.
You didn't try it at Circle?
Bourbon is my favorite. Well, he wasn't there.
I mean, just at some point you didn't try it there.
Yeah, rub it in, Tony. Just fucking
they probably
rub it
still
in.
have something.
Have you ever been to Circle?
Couple
You
times.
totally have, right?
Yeah, I've been to Circle.
No.
I've had a few.
Sounds
of their
like
stuff.
that sounds like somebody that's never been to Circle.
What's the bathroom like?
bathroom.
Yeah, it's very distinctive.
Yeah, it's very distinctive. Man, I can't.
You've never been there.
It's got like
you weren't there, man.
Stuff.
I'm thinking. All I can think of is Flying Man's bathroom now, though. So like,
What does the door to their freezer look like?
that I don't know.
Oh,
no.
You would know that if you had been
covered
there. in
stickers. Covered in stickers.
Might be a lucky guess.
Our sticker's up in the top left corner.
Yeah,
might be a lucky
Ish,
guess.
yeah.
Yeah.
Pointed out to Ben while I was there, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you guys." It was busy. It was a Christmas party.
Oh yeah, you were there.
I went there for the Christmas party when nobody else showed up.
Yeah.
Fuck you. I did go to the bathroom. I had a long conversation with somebody about
In the bathroom.
No,
bathroom.
It's a one person stall, man.
No, that was why I had a long conversation getting to the stall. But it's like
It always.
one of the.
it's
I think
always
she was
like
a
that.
bartender or a waitress at Pint House
In the
Pizza.
bathroom?
No, in line to the bathroom.
Oh, gotcha.
So like she was a bartender or a waitress at Pint House Pizza, and I told everybody how much Ross loves the electric jellyfish, like his favorite beer.
Let's not
Can't get enough of
perpetuate
it.
that.
Yeah.
It's wrong.
Wrong. Anyway,
Totally inaccurate.
It's
I don't
not
feel
a
it-
bad beer.
I don't feel like I was wrong about this. I feel like this is a little bit better than the Texas Harvest. Not a whole lot better, but better.
There are good things about the Texas Harvest, and then there are
Agreed.
good things about the Doppelblur.
I feel like this one was
I don't
more.
think either of them are perfect, but
Well, I agree with you, Ross, but what I would say about this one that I wouldn't say about Freetail is that I could see myself having 3 of these
Yeah.
and the Blur. It didn't have that same bite that the sour did.
The sour tang at the end was kind of it's like, is that sour or is that sour milk?
Yeah, but
Is that
this
sour
one
beer
could totally keep it going. Could just pour a little bit more Blur, a couple more
This
scoops of ice
tastes
cream.
like dessert.
Yes.
the first one tasted like candy to me.
Yeah.
like
can see
that's
that.
the way I would say
I
it.
can see that.
A treat opposed to a course.
Reward. Oh, okay.
Yeah, this one is good. I think both beers shocked me at first, trying to get over the idea of like, oh, we're mixing beer and ice cream. And so there's a little bit of a shock factor because this one,
because you weren't there last year, right? Or?
I was there. Okay. But immediately it hit me. It was like, it really felt boozy at first. And I was like, oh.
This one more than the last one?
No. The last one was pretty boozy too. But this one, that was the first inclination that I got when I was drinking it. And I was like, ah. And as it smoothed out, and I don't know if it's because of how we mixed it, like stir it up and it gets really smooth, like it started to taste pretty good towards the end.
It's almost
but
like
at first
a smoothie.
it was like a shock. Yeah, exactly. It wasn't consistent. So it was like beer and then, oh yeah, it's cold like ice cream and there's kind of a creamy thing to it. To now it's like more consistently, like it tastes like it could be built into a pie or something that you just...
Yeah. So my first sip, it was like, ooh, that's all beer. But I'm not disappointed.
So would we say one's all around?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Ross, you like this? I'm sure.
Should I not? Okay.
Deathbed beer plus some ice cream?
Definitely get that booziness in there.
Mm-hmm.
Not too much, though, but yeah.
I was really happy when they canned this. I wish they would can it all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, are you saying it's only a seasonal can?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's already gone, right?
Yeah. It's been gone for a little bit.
I'd like them to can that Party on Pale. That one was really good.
That was the pale ale with coconut?
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
We talked about it. It wasn't too, like, you expect coconut and be, like, blast you in the mouth, but it was, like, just subtle.
I didn't expect it.
Was that the one that you wrote the review for?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, your review was epic.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Said it was,
I laughed
possibly
at it.
one of their favorite reviews.
I laughed at it before they posted that. Like,
Yeah,
when
you
you
saw
put,
it,
yeah,
yeah.
I saw it on Untapped. And I was like, that is awesome.
And guys, don't forget to follow 3 Beers In on Untapped.
Yeah,
you
there
can
you go.
see what,
we're drinking.
the connoisseurs are drinking.
Yeah.
Or at least us. Yeah, you see what
Yeah.
us we're drinking. You find all the connoisseurs on there that you want, but we're on there too.
Exactly. All right. You guys want to do that?
Yeah.
Number 3.
You know, I know Bluebell has a lot of different variations of ice cream.
They do.
But I've only had a few of theirs. I've had, chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, Rocky Road,
Rocky Road is solid.
cookies and cream.
Millennium Crunch.
And I think I've had their mint one.
Yeah.
Mint chocolate chip?
Yeah, mint chocolate chip. You don't have to
Yeah.
look like it's a foreign concept.
But I feel like they have, like, a lot more than that.
They do. They have a ton of flavors. And you would
I've never
think-
had this.
Yeah, no. So we're switching it up a little bit right now. We got cherry vanilla.
Ooh, I love cherry vanilla ice cream.
I hope it's what cherry vanilla ice cream is supposed to taste like. That's what I hope.
Oh, man. We got big chunks of cherry in that.
All right, so
Two
full
scoops
disclosure
for me.
on this beer, I'm 90% certain there's a picture of me on Instagram last year when I tried to pour this beer.
That's not this beer, though. That was their Irish car bomb, right?
Oh, it's right.
That was a slightly different.
This is their Irish cream flavored golden milk stout.
Yeah.
So
This is a little different.
It's a little bit different, but I was like, it's the same brewery. They've
Yes.
got their canning situation figured out. So
Yeah.
good on them.
It's going to be like an amber color?
No, it's going to be golden.
I was like, I want
Yeah.
to take a guess at what this is going to be like. I guess golden milk.
When you
and
think
then
of
Irish
when you think
cream.
of stouts,
When I hear
typically-
stout, all of a sudden I'm like, oh,
yeah,
it's going to be
when you
dark.
think of stout, typically you think of chocolate. This is like a golden stout is like the vanilla side.
We
of
should
it.
have surprised you.
Yeah. Oh, it smells delicious. Oh
you
man, it smells
say
good.
that about every beer.
I love beer. Can't help that.
It does smell pretty good.
all the foam.
All the foam?
Try a different tactic here.
I'm a little worried what this is going to taste like.
Yeah, we know. You usually are. You're usually hesitant to try new beers.
Don't be
Not
afraid
that that's
don't be afraid to try new things.
not that that's really a bad thing. It's actually, I was listening to a podcast, which I do, and they were talking
Was it
about...
3 beers in?
It was not.
Oh.
No, I don't listen to that. Well, actually, I do listen to it as an edit a lot. Anyway.
Too much. Too much.
Yeah, I don't want to
Too close to home.
hear more of it. But they were saying that might be a genetic or a evolutionary response.
What's that?
Being afraid to try new things.
Really?
Yeah, because you don't know what's in that. That could
Like a
be
defense
that could be
mechanism?
poison, man. Yeah.
What is this kale you're trying to get me to eat?
It's so bitter. It's
What animal is it from?
The kale chicharron.
That was
Bacon.
pretty good.
So what we're drinking here is Lando Milk and Honey Spiced Golden Milk Stout with Irish Cream
From 903 Brewers.
903 out of
Sherman.
Sherman. Yeah, Sherman, Texas.
Oh my God, that's delicious.
Okay, keep it in your pants. So from their website, take your senses on a journey to the land of milk and honey. In this beer, you will find a liquid delight of rich toffee malts, intermingling with notes of honey, vanilla, and chocolate, with whispers of almond and roast. Pours a deep caramel color with a medium body and creamy mouthfeel. So it's got...
It's a little bit darker than I expected.
Yeah, and I'm detecting a cherry flavor. Is that? I didn't read that in the description.
I'm getting nut whiskers.
Where's that coming from?
No. Maybe it's just the glass. Or maybe it's your straw is a little cherry.
Got a little red on that straw.
Yeah, it's a red straw.
Yeah. Oh, man, I am getting cherry
Definitely
now.
couldn't be the cherry vanilla ice cream.
Yeah.
I think that blends actually pretty well.
Oh, totally. Cherry and chocolate go so well together, just in general.
This is like Irish cream, though. It's like,
yeah.
I almost expected this to be too sweet, so I'm kind of glad we're not doing just plain old vanilla.
I think this is a great mix.
Yep.
This would be what I'd make a milkshake. If we were like, hey, let's make me a milkshake with beer. I'd be like, boom, right here.
I have one of those bubble tea places by me, and this tastes like one of their bubble teas. Like, this is, like, ridiculous. I don't know why I've never thought to put alcohol in bubble tea. And none of them do.
Bubble kombucha.
No. You know what bubble tea is, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But
kombucha is disgusting.
It is.
Fermented tea, isn't it?
Basically.
Yeah.
That's why I made that joke.
Yeah.
With a
Kombucha's
giant
just so gross.
loogie in the bottom.
Yeah, pretty much.
SCOBY.
This tea is alive.
It is.
Well, it looks like dough right now on the top.
Yeah.
No, I would say this may be my favorite of the three, and I love the blur. But this pairing, just chocolate and cherries together with that roast.
It's not really chocolate, though.
I taste it. And a little bit of the honey, but I don't get any of the almonds. There was one other one I didn't get, but I love this.
The nut whiskers?
Oh, I'm sorry, what was the last one?
Toffee?
No, I'm not tasting the toffee. But I could see, like, if you had all of those different flavors in here, that would just blow you away in terms of a dessert. And I think that's what you said earlier. Dessert versus candy.
Right.
This is more in the dessert category.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. It is very, very good.
This is that thing you'd go out of your way to be like, oh, man, I want some more of that.
Yeah.
The first one was like, okay, that's nice.
This reminds me of a cherry cordial, which is candy.
Yeah.
But I go back for more cherry cordials. Plop, 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 plop.
Wait, what was that like?
Plop, 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 plop.
You know what this tastes like?
Poseidon's
It
kiss.
could be an ice cream. Like, it's not...
Yeah.
It doesn't taste like... I don't know. I wouldn't say
Beer?
it tastes like beer and ice cream, but I'd be like, oh, this is an ice cream flavored beer. Beer flavored ice cream?
Beer flavored ice cream.
Maybe. Yeah. It doesn't seem mixed. It seems like consistently through it all. And I tell her, like, you said,
you're
like
saying
chocolatey.
it does taste mixed.
Well, really well mixed, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you mix it?
Yeah, I did. But I mixed all of mine.
Wait, I think I found your problem.
But you're saying it tastes consistent, unlike where the other ones, it's like you taste some ice cream and then you taste the beer as well, but it's not like one flavor.
Yeah, well, the first one we had, the beer was so sour and it was too much for me. Mm-hmm. The second one, it just took a little time to blend, and then it was like consistent. It was good. This one from the get go, though, it's like a milkshake.
Yeah, yeah. This one pairs really well.
It's a professional mix.
Yeah, cement mixer.
No, that first one was a cement mixer.
Oh man,
I didn't get that curdling that everybody else seemed to get on the first one.
Yeah, I mean, you really had to look for it.
But once you looked for it, that's all you could see. It's like, that is going to do that in my stomach.
I think you also kept mixing yours like the whole time.
I enjoyed it, and it's not my first rodeo.
It was good. So 903 Brewers are deeply rooted in originality, high quality, and community. They pride themselves on solely offering its best to the best, which is you.
Hey.
Not you, Cutter.
Oh. Well, that's not surprising. But I do get their best still, because I sneak it.
So acting on their dream of sharing their love of creating great beer with folks who mean the most, 903 Brewers is the product of the perfectionism and persistence of founders Jeremy, also head brew boss, and Natalie Roberts. Their award-winning beers include the Sasquatch Imperial Chocolate Milk Stout, They have a whole line of Sasquatches now.
Their whole line. I have not had a bad Sasquatch.
No.
What do they mix it with to make it a line? Like, what's the difference?
No, I mean they have their standard Sasquatch. Was their stout or is it an Imperial Stout?
Imperial chocolate milk stout. Or no.
They have a chocolate milk.
Yeah,
stout.
that's a different one.
So,
but then their regular Sasquatch is just
they have a
milk
their
milk
birthday
stout,
which is their anniversary beer. It's a
that one is great.
Yeah, it is super good.
Does it taste like birthday cake or is it just named
It's
birthday?
their marshmallow and
Oh wow,
marshmallow and chocolate. So
I think so. Yeah.
Like it is fantastic. I had
a very tiny
sets.
glass at Black Star.
I have 2 sets of their
'Cause it's also a high ABV.
cherry chocolate stout that comes out at Valentine's. That one's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Their regular chocolate stout that they come out with is very, very good.
Mm-hmm.
They have an Imperial Stout, which looks like their Reserve. That's what it is.
Reserve, yeah. Oh God, yeah.
It's their,
kind of an expensive bottle.
Yeah,
there.
I think
903 Reserve.
I think they just went on sale in my store. That I might have to pick up some.
I've seen a lot of their options over at that convenience store by me that carries all the different
Sunrise. Yeah.
Their Sasquatch beers are really.
They also have
really
a Christmas Sasquatch.
Yes.
Which
are those canned?
Yeah, they're all canned. It's like usually
they're
usually
bottled,
cans,
right? And bombers?
One is bottled.
They come in a box,
2-pack.
but they're 2 cans.
Oh,
just like Biggie and 2-pack.
yeah. Oh, I was thinking 2 cans.
It's funny you say that because their Reserve has a picture. It looks like Biggie on the front of their Reserve. But every 2 months they come out with a new Sasquatch, and they're all fantastic. I've not had a bad one yet.
They're all
they'll prove
stout-based?
you.
Yeah.
Hey,
They
you
make
want a
really-
cactus?
Prove me wrong. I'll keep
Do
drinking.
you want a desert Sasquatch? It tastes like cactus.
So dry.
Actually,
Dry like the desert.
Cutter would be like, cactus fruit.
prickly pear?
You feel it on your teeth.
I don't know about on a stout though. That'd be a little weird.
Yeah.
Hey, don't knock it till you try
It
it.
might be pickly.
No.
I like
Prickly.
It is stout.
Chocolate and pickles.
I'll try anything once.
$20 is $20.
I ain't gay, but $20 is $20.
Speaking of $20, if you'd like to donate to our Patreon, we won't require any
We'll
hand
send
stuff,
Cutter out.
hand stuff, mouth stuff, any of that stuff. But
There might be a reward for $20. I don't know. It's on patreon.com/3 beers in podcast.
the number 3 beers in podcast, the podcast.
No, not the podcast.
This is
I
the
dropped
podcast.
the Yes, this is the podcast.
I use my bag everywhere. Rep the podcast. People are like, is that podcast everyone's been talking about?
You know it. Second best in Austin's Best contest last year.
I know. Finalist. It is the number 1 rated beer podcast. Where?
Slovakia.
Slovakia.
Yeah.
In Eastern Europe.
All right.
Wait, what did you say?
Austin-based.
Number
Austin-based.
1 Austin centered.
Austin
Austin
based.
based. Number 1 Austin based beer podcast in Slovakia.
Craft beer.
I wonder if we can get
Oh
that.
yeah. Can I add a few more qualifiers in there? Whoa.
We should try
I
to
don't
get them
know.
on the
AB
podcast.
InBev isn't doing anything yet, but they might. I don't know. But they're not based here.
I heard they were divesting all of their Australia beers.
I did too that. Yeah, they
Yeah.
sold it to Asahi.
Yeah. Asahi.
Asahi. Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. And you don't think of them as divesting beer lines.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder what that means. Like, are they trying to make money? Are they going to divest any American brands?
I don't know. Are they not making money there? I don't know.
I mean, I feel like every Australian I know is a drinker.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but what are they drinking?
Beer.
Beer. Foster's, Australian for beer.
What beers are they drinking?
Well, let us know if you're from
Not
Australia.
Foster's, because they were very
No, that is
adamant
not- that is not actually
That's a tourist
Australian,
beer. Yeah.
Have you seen the size of their cans? Like nobody's drinking Foster's.
Hey, let me have one of your Fosters.
Oi, mate.
One of those big Australian beers.
What beer you make here?
Kangaroo
Foster's?
just stole my beer.
It's pretty big, I guess.
That's what she said.
Bigger than a bread box.
Like a baby holding an apple. Or wait, a baby's arm holding an apple.
Baby's arm holding an apple.
I can't tell if I like this.
The whole baby.
The whole baby holding it up. I got a problem.
It's not a tumor.
I have a growth.
It's only on one side, though. baby holding an apple on its right arm.
The other arm is just...
The other arm is just a normal baby arm.
Not so much here or here, but right here.
Oh, man. It was a good one. It was a good one. I thought we were going to stop with that, but then it just kept going.
We just kept going.
Pushing it into cutter space. It's like, is it uncomfortable yet? Nope, better keep going.
Are you talking about his tank top?
Yeah, I was going to say, did they not have men's tank tops? Or...
This is a men's tank top.
Oh, okay.
Did you shave your chest hair there, buddy?
It does not look... The shoulder hair he did. But, anyway, people can't see that, so...
You're right, exactly.
Paint me a word picture.
I just like to rep my tattoo to remind myself I still have one.
Oh, God. An awful tattoo. What?
Judgy.
As far as tattoos
Did you get that
go,
done
it's
when
not
you
a
were
bad
14?
tattoo.
Or?
Thank you, Tony.
The
It's not a bad
subject
tattoo.
matter, but...
No, it's not a bad tattoo. I've seen some bad tattoos. That is not a bad tattoo. There's a couple places in Austin that do discounted tattoos whenever it's Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
And I'll be like driving home from work and I'll just like, why is there a weird long line on that? Oh,
$13 tattoos.
$13 tattoo. Who would want a $13 tattoo?
Oh, really? They do
lot
it for
of
$13.
$13.
A lot of people, if there's a line.
There's a line.
But the thing, it doesn't take too long because they're pretty small and they're
usually about
not very
this big.
detailed.
Oh, you only have like select things you can pick from?
Yeah, you can have. They
give you
usually
like
have a list.
they give
I
a
think
sheet.
1 year they had a bunch with dicks on them.
Like hidden dicks.
No, not really.
No, just straight up.
Everything
What
was just
tattoo
dicks.
shop did you go to?
It's
Asking for a
it's
friend.
right near Tony's house.
Were there,
Yeah, it is actually.
Were there any babies with the apple on the side?
Austin Tattoo. I don't remember what it's
Symposium.
called. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah.
It's like that idea of, okay, for $13, you know what you're going to get. Like, you're okay getting a heart with a little cutout of it, or like somebody's initials, or...
A lot of them have the number 13.
Yeah, they
on it,
usually
too.
do it on Friday the 13th, or July the 13th.
Spooky.
Yeah.
Halloween
Is that when
in
we
July?
did this last year?
Yeah, it is.
I was going to say, is that what we did last year?
Oh, we're going to get
And then we
matching
released it
tattoos?
in October.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully this will release before that, but I don't know. I have like 9 more.
We did
before
a
this.
lot of recordings over the
Yeah.
last few weeks.
Yeah, we have 65 episodes right now, and then 9 waiting.
So get out there and listen to all of them.
Yes, people.
If you've listened to them all already, go back and listen to them again.
Listen,
Have you listened to them?
I've listened to probably about 80% of them.
Yeah. I think I'm I'm around there, maybe a little bit higher, because I listen to them when I work out.
So, no?
It's been
Just
a
say
while.
you don't listen to them.
Been a while.
Hey, where'd Chance come from?
Podcast is stained now.
All right, so
good
after
one.
finishing this, I don't know if I liked the ice cream
or the beer.
or the
More?
float.
Or,
Well, what do you think about
true.
that cherry in that ice cream, though?
I loved it.
yeah.
It's like, but I feel like that elevated it. Like, so I feel like the type of beer really kind of played into that a little bit.
Are you almost saying that it's not fair that it had cherry ice cream and the other ones didn't? Because that's what it sounds like
we
you're saying.
kind of did that last year, though, too. We did 2 regular vanilla, and then we did a couple with the flavors. I'm glad this had the flavor, because I don't think I would have liked it nearly
With
as
just
much
vanilla?
with just vanilla.
Yeah. No, I think the cherry really added something to this one.
Cherry made it pop.
Yeah. I don't think it
Cherry
really...
Poppin' Daddies.
oh, God. Zoot Riot!
Riot!
There's
Like a
a...
bottle of beer.
That's a can.
Yeah. That's a bottle.
That-
Anyway, that's Clint's house. No, we're not.
You woke the baby.
That's what he would be more mad about. Yeah.
Hey, can you hold this apple real quick?
No. I don't. Why?
Hey, you guys brought it up.
We didn't. It was dead. It was not.
It was dead.
No, it wasn't. 'Cause
Woke.
I enjoyed it.
You woke the baby.
She's woke.
You wouldn't like me when I'm woke.
I really liked this, and the cherries at the bottom is a kind of a cool treat.
Yeah.
But the mixture was great. Like Cutter was saying, it's a little hard to know would you like the beer if you even drank it by itself or mixed with vanilla or...
Is that what Cutter was saying?
Kind of. I did try the beer before I dumped it into...
Me too.
It was okay.
Yeah. It had a little bit of something that I didn't really like.
I mean, I just had a little taste of it.
Yeah,
It
me
could
too.
be that. I didn't get the whole mouth feel and everything, but...
Had you guys tried other beers from 903 before?
Yeah.
Yes. We had the whole discussion about Sasquatches
Sasquatch.
earlier.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah.
I think I've only had their Sasquatches, though.
I've had their Kilt Switch. It's their Scotch Ale.
Yeah, I don't want that because it's peaty.
It was okay.
A peaty beer?
Yeah.
Ooh, that doesn't sound
wee
good.
heavy.
I disagree because I had a Lagavulin aged Scotch Ale from
that's
Scotland.
different.
It was peaty and delicious and stupid good.
It's not to style.
Have you guys been there before? To the brewery?
Scotland?
Lagavulin?
Yeah, that's a place. That
903?
brewery?
Yeah.
No. Sherman's like
903.
way up, like here. Like way up, like on
In
the
the
border
Pine
of
Curtain?
Oklahoma. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on the border of Oklahoma.
Near
It's
Texarkana.
north of Dallas there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I want
By
to go.
a good ways.
You want to go to Sherman?
I want to
Just
go to this
for
brewery.
903.
Yeah, just for 903.
Yeah, there's no other reason to.
I mean, it's not like we would visit our
it's like-
friends.
Look at
It's like
Google
going-
Maps. It's like the brewery
yeah.
in downtown.
Yeah.
Which is
It's like Alpine. Like, there's no reason to go there except for the brewery that's not there anymore.
rest in peace.
R.I.P.
Now, what are you supposed to drink at Terlingua while you tour the haunted cemetery?
Or you go out there for the Shelby Fest. It's always out there every October.
Oh, gosh.
Shelby Fest? Really?
Yeah, girls named Shelby just like congregate. out there.
Where is it? Where's it at?
Terlingua, Texas.
Okay.
It's near Big Bend National Park,
What time of year do they do
south
that?
of Marfa.
First part of October. It's usually the first or second week.
You
it's
scheduling
coming up.
something or?
Go up there? You're talking about Shelby Cobras, right?
Oh, right.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Oh,
They have a really
chili?
big chili fest out there too.
It's near Mexico though, Joel. so
Love
watch out.
chili.
Bring your passport, hombre.
Joel doesn't even speak Spanish.
Oh well. doesn't.
What do you call me?
I'm one of you guys.
What do you?
What are you guys standing in line for?
You were right. Those cherries at the bottom were a very nice surprise. Like, that was awesome.
Bunch of them.
Oh, yeah. Ross, you're in for a mouth treat.
As he like dumps it on
I
his
had
nose.
cherries.
They have the cherry on the bottom, not cherry on top. Oh, you got so many
Fruit
cherries.
on the bottom, hope on top.
Yeah,
But have you ever had
cherries.
frozen cherries that have been like frozen in ice cream and then
No.
melted by beer and then soaked in beer?
Just now.
Just now.
All right. Should we move on to the fourth beer?
Let's do it.
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
So I'm somewhat excited about this next beer. I'm a little
kind of excited, but not.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a little hesitant to be like super excited about this next beer.
Yeah, I don't know about it.
I haven't had a
Myself.
whole lot of stuff from Fourth Tap, but Ross has made some resounding endorsements. They're good guys, from what I understand.
I don't know.
You've been there a few times.
Yeah, I've been there many times. Yeah. Oh, actually, one of their bartender came around to Hop Squad last Sunday when I was over there hanging out, and they don't open until 4 on Sundays, and they were doing the 5/8 tour.
Mm-hmm.
And the 5/8 tour ended at 5. So he was still going to honor like the brew passes. So it's like if you had one and you hadn't gotten a free one there, you could get it there, even after 5.
Did you?
No, I just hung out at Hop Squad all day because they kept giving me beer. So.
Yeah, they just kept on giving you beer.
Or I just
Shout out to Alex and Caesar for giving Ross beer.
Yeah, I poured one myself, so it's like
Which one?
just for me. The
Was it
watermelon.
the watermelon mint? Because that sounded delicious.
Summer ale. It was, but it was like 7%.
Was it kind of like
It
that
didn't-
Tropical Brute? Like where it was like, this does not taste like
Yes.
7%.
Yes. I couldn't taste any alcohol at all.
What ice cream is this? Chocolate and vanilla?
Yes, chocolate and Dutch chocolate and vanilla. So, but we are going to top this off with Supernaut from Fourth Tap. This is their cookie and cream stout. Cookie and cream. I think they have a regular Supernaut, but now
I believe they do, yeah.
this is the cookie and cream version, which is 13%.
Ooh.
Yes.
Ross really wanted to find a cookies and cream stout, and
Well,
I was like,
Just a stout in general.
I stumbled across this one. I mean, I've had some Fourth Tap beers that I like. What made me a little concerned about this one is the booziness.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that...
So maybe this is a smaller pour.
Yeah, half
like.
can.
Ooh, let me try it. Not terrible. Doesn't really taste 13%.
You're right on that. That's sneaky.
It's got some sweetness. It's definitely boozy.
It does.
Though.
It's a milk stout.
I don't really taste the ice cream.
It looks cool coming down the glass.
Yeah.
I like that. I wish it was
with the ice cream.
Yeah, I wish it was just the vanilla, but the chocolate comes through and makes it really, really nice also. But it's like super, super heavy on the chocolate.
Yeah, the vanilla really would have lightened it up.
Yeah, the only ice cream I taste is because it's like really cold.
It's got that creaminess to it. That's what I really like.
But
man,
do you think it was almost that way before the ice cream?
That pairs really well.
Yeah, the chocolate ice cream with the
and
chocolate.
You get the cookie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah.
It tastes like there are crumbled up cookies in this drink.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, are there?
Ooh. Oh, are there? No.
O-R-E-O?
Yeah, but there are actually...
Double stuffed.
Just like Cutter.
Mustang Sally in double stuffed.
Oh, my God.
Is that the sequel?
That's what she said.
Is that the sequel?
It was higher pitch.
Is it? I don't know.
Cutter's doing earmuffs right now. Or he's doing some
Mustang
sort of
Sally
weird...
is a handsome woman.
Dorothy Mantooth is a saint.
You understand me? Dorothy Mantooth is a saint.
Knew where I was going with that. So
it looks like she has a mustache, but it's just two moles. I'd be worried if she listened to this podcast.
Yeah.
Why? We just made up Mustang Sally. She doesn't exist.
No.
What were we saying?
I don't know. Stuff.
Fourth Tap.
Yeah, I didn't do a lot for them because we just did an episode about them.
Literally just the Can You Dig It?
So anybody wanting to know a bit more about Fourth Tap, you can go and listen to our earlier episode a couple weeks ago. But yeah, no, they started. What did we say?
We did record 4 episodes that night. Though.
Yeah,
that night.
Yeah, it was a good night. Ooh. Prolific.
How drunk did you guys get?
Not very.
So drunk.
3 of them were like 20 minute episodes.
I think I got home at 4 a.m. or I left here at 4 a.m. I can't remember. We started late as well, so
we did. Yeah, I got home right before that, like 3:30ish probably.
No, we weren't home that late. I was home at 2.
No? Okay.
Oh, maybe that was a different night. There's a night when we stayed up late.
That was the night that...
Was it the night you fell asleep in the Taco Cabana drive-thru?
The Belgian episode night. We stayed up.
Okay, yeah.
We drank some more downstairs. Mm-hmm. We tried the Cutter You Silly Bitch.
Yeah, the CYSB. Yeah.
CYSB.
Next week.
Oh, it's the Cutter You Silly Bitch.
Yeah.
Cutter You Sour Bitch.
Sour.
Yeah, we're going to be trying that next weekend. Mm-mm.
On the podcast?
Yes.
Man, beer's good. Yeah, it works really well.
Everything works together.
This is just...
it masks the alcohol.
Pleasant.
It really does.
Yeah. The thing is, though, the alcohol isn't that strong. It already... The cookies, I think, already mask it.
I got the little dribble that I got out of the can, like just by itself, it was pretty boozy, like to me. But in the ice cream... I suppose
so.
In the ice cream, man, that is...
Dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just sweet. It's just
it tastes like a cookies and cream milkshake is what it tastes like almost. Not quite as sweet. More of like that dark, like heavy chocolate. But, but very, very delicious.
I guess the only cream part I'm getting is it's a little bit lighter and chocolatey taste to me. Because it still tastes a lot like chocolate. But it's, great mix. Great beer.
Well, there's chocolate ice cream there, so that might.
But yeah, I think that's something we've uncovered, right? Like if you mix beer and ice cream, you just don't feel like you're getting drunk. You're just, it'll sneak up on you.
It lowers the ABV a little bit.
Well, yeah, because you're adding something that isn't,
that doesn't have alcohol in it.
Yeah.
But still, you're drinking it all. So you're drinking the same amount.
Yeah.
It's probably processing the same. I wonder if the ice cream probably doesn't slow it down too much. Like soaking it up.
So, yeah. Imagine it all gets processed as liquids. Still have to be peeing it out.
Good.
It's kind of like when they take...
good stuff to talk about. Let's go into more depth about the whole digestive system and how it affects...
Or in more depth about the Supernaut.
Let's do that.
So this Supernaut is a cookies and cream stout. As we said, is 13% ABV.
What is their regular? Supernaut?
I think like 9.
So this seems higher than the
or
regular.
8.5 even.
13
I
is
can't-
typically higher than 9.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Usually it is, but some...
Depends on if there's a negative sign in
Ooh,
front.
wait. 13%.
Ooh, spooky.
So from their handy infogram here on the can.
Whoa, I thought no handies.
Yeah, handy. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know where
Handy
to go, where to
infogram.
go with that.
It is
in the
sweet.
So I don't know what. So full-bodied. Well, I mean, I guess it's still got room to be fuller there on the scale. Easy hoppiness. Balance to the sweet side, definitely. And yeah, that's it for...
I would agree with their
So
assessment of their own
full-bodied,
beer, yes.
easy hoppiness, and sweet.
So when they say easy hoppiness, is that just low IBU?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is that perceived IBU or is
Which,
that...
no. I don't think a lot of people do perceived IBU. So it's really hard to calculate what everybody
Agreed.
perceives.
That's why
But-
IBU just in itself, it's all like, hey, this is the bitter. It's like,
Yeah, it's just a scientific amount of like the alpha acids that are in there, but that doesn't account for whirlpooling and dry hopping, which adds hop flavor and everything. So I don't know.
But hop flavor doesn't necessarily mean bitterness, though.
No, which is hard for some people to grasp. But yeah, because those citrusy flavors and all that you love from your beers, that's hops.
IPAs.
That's hop.
By the way, not is Romanian for high, which probably explains why it's super high, and then it's kind of astronaut.
I think it's like astronaut,
Yeah.
just space sailor.
Oh yeah,
Greek,
there's also the other version of it not being to do with ships.
nautical.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, beer time, guys.
Wait, I thought more?
Well, I'm just saying.
Did you say beard time?
No.
Nudie Magazine Day? Nudie Magazine Day.
You know, the thing is, kids these days, they have their memes, and they don't know how easy it is, because back in my day, we would have a joke from Billy Madison that would have to last us 5 years.
Run that shit into the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nowadays, well, it's
They
Will
just have
Ferrell.
new jokes all the time, just like, what?
They don't even have to remember them.
No.
They can just type it into a browser, and it's like, oh, hey, what? I'm feeling anger, and it pulls up an angry GIF.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I'm feeling like,
GIF.
you know that feeling when like your eyes are like half closed, but you're like, I'm cool. And they type that in, and then a meme comes up. And somehow it knows what they mean.
Yeah. All right, yeah, beer time, so...
Beard time, beard time.
Yeah, let's not confuse people.
Both beer and ice cream. The pairing, once again, Ross. Good choice.
Oh, well, you know,
Hey, you've done this before, haven't you?
we all have, yeah.
We discussed it about gilding the lily. Like cookies and cream ice cream with this would have been
Yeah,
over the top.
I don't know about that, yeah.
But chocolate
That
and
would have
vanilla,
been crazy.
that was a solid
Although, maybe it would have just elevated it to just astronomical levels. I don't know.
Supernautical levels?
Yeah,
choice. Super nautical levels.
super nautical levels.
I don't know, man. I feel like you gilded the shit out of that lily.
But yeah, it was, for me, it was amazing. It's out of this world.
You know, I'd say...
Or it could be a fish.
Holding an apple.
Reference to the song. But no. Yeah, cookies and cream stout. It was, oh man. The symbiosis.
Is it the best?
It's like Venom and Eddie Brock. Just like,
Do we need to rate them?
That's what some
Yeah.
of these pours looked like.
It did when it was kind of mixing.
Yeah.
So in terms of the 4, where would you put this one?
Oh, this is my favorite.
So you put this one 4, 3, 2, 1?
Why are you going backwards?
Well, I'm asking
where-
you, how would you
That's
put
where
them?
Tony's at.
I mean,
4 points?
mine is 4, 3, 2, 1.
This is number 1.
What?
The best.
Yeah, but number 4 was your number 1.
This outdid the Hef.
Huh?
The Doppelblur? This outdid the Doppelblur?
I'd say this is better than the
Yeah,
Doppelblur.
fair enough.
With the ice cream.
With the ice cream.
I don't know if just the beer alone, if I would prefer the Supernaut. It's good and everything, but I don't know.
Does the booziness of the 13 come out?
Without the ice cream or with the ice cream?
With, I'm saying.
Oh, no. Well,
Over
I don't
time,
think
like,
so.
I feel it right now.
Yes.
I mean, I can touch it, but I can't feel it inside.
if you feel it, But you don't taste it.
Oh,
You don't taste it.
Yeah.
no.
Well, that's the
No.
sneakiness of it.
Yeah.
So-
Sneaky.
4, 3, 2, 1. What was yours, Ross?
Supernaut.
Number 1.
That was the good one.
Number one is
That's
number
all that
4.
matters.
Supernaut, and then Circle, and then, gee, I don't know. I really like the Texas Harvest,
Oh, gee, I don't know, Rick.
but the
Oh, gee. Oh, gosh, gee.
I really like the Texas Harvest, but the sour kind of throughout it wasn't consistent the whole way through. But oh god, no, I guess it would be the next one, and the 903 would be the last.
Really?
Not saying it's bad
4,
or
2,
anything.
1,
It's
3.
just
What yours would do.
oh okay, yeah.
Wait, 4 what?
4, 2, 1, 3. So our fourth beer, then our second beer, then our first, and then our.
I would do. It's hard to do because once again, because we did different flavors and everything. I would probably do 2, the Circle Blur. Oh man, I really like that Texas Harvest. I would probably do that second, and then 3, 4. So 2, 1, 3, 4 is what I would do.
Really?
They're all very, very close though in my book.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
No, they are.
Yeah.
They're
There's
all-
no
they're
wrong
all- yeah.
pairing here except for what Joel's about to say.
Joel,
Well, I was going to
how are
say
you
yours,
gonna
but I
prove
want
us
to be
wrong?
unique.
Well,
were gonna
exactly.
say
So,
two- you were
so
gonna
by
say 2,
saying
1,
not
4,
mine,
3.
you're wrong.
So I want to say I like 3, and then 4, and then 2 and 1.
Yeah. I think that's a good.
Yeah, not my favorite at all. But 3 was really great. I like number 4, but Tony already picked that order, so I didn't mix it up.
You don't have to.
But I liked it a lot. I mean, it was great with the cherries, and it was great. And this one was great, but I kind of wondered if I had this, if it didn't have the ice cream, if it would taste any different. I think what was cool about this round was it was a little bit more experimental, because who would have thought we would have had a cookies and cream ice cream, or beer rather, right? Cookies and cream.
Cookies and cream, Imperial Stout.
Yeah. Oh, Imperial, so it's double stout. And then this one out of left field,
it just says stout, but
which I
I'd
guess
call it Imperial.
would have been my favorite, right? The Irish cream flavored golden milk stout. That's a mouthful, but yeah, that was great. So yeah, it was an awesome experience, and I liked the last 3. I really didn't care for this one. This
Texas Harvest.
yeah, it was
by
not my
Freetail.
jam at all. I wanted to like it, but there was. I could have used more sweetness. To me, it was just. I'm not someone who's like against sour or tart. It was just too sour for me. But all the other ones were great, and I enjoyed them a lot.
Good talk. All right,
Yeah.
well, Joel's wrong.
Yeah.
We're all wrong because none of us picked the same order.
Well, Joel, I think you picked a good one because you just reversed mine by, switched up one of them. So I agree with you.
I would have picked this probably number 1.
Hey, dude, you can't say that now.
I mixed
Oh,
it.
you already did.
I wanted to switch it because I wanted.
Joel just didn't want to be like you,
Well,
Tony.
it's like what you guys have said earlier. Like, all of them are good beers. That first one, I agree with Joel. Like, I wouldn't pick that one if I had these other 3 to choose from, but they're not bad beers. And especially not poured over ice cream, especially not poured over Bluebell. I mean, we already liked Bluebell. Most of us liked some of these beers already, so.
Would you rather have a ice cream from outside of Texas?
Never, sir. Sir.
Would you rather have a hipster ice cream from inside Texas?
Like Lick
Next year, we're doing Amy's.
or Sweet Ritual.
We're doing Amy's next year?
Amy's making ice cream.
If she lets us.
I meant Amy's ice cream. Phil's Ice House.
That was my that was my idea for last year. But yeah,
I thought your idea last year was Yingling.
that became the idea.
The
Joel's like,
Butterbeer.
yeah, that was also my idea.
Yingling was great.
Butterbeer.
Ross, that's also my idea.
The Texas Harvest, I would have liked to have tried with more ice cream and less beer, and see if that would have made a difference. Because the beer seems so overwhelming. It was just so, for me at least, it was very like. It was probably the most inconsistent while I was eating it.
What do you think that is the virtue of being sour?
Yeah,
That could be. That could be a little bit of that too. But I enjoyed it.
Ooh, would you have liked to done the sour with the cherry vanilla?
Ooh, that might be good.
I don't think I would have.
Because I think of like sour cherry limeade.
Right, but that's got like a fruitiness to it already, and so like I feel like that would have taken away from the beer a little bit more.
Okay, but we did chocolate and chocolate. It already had the chocolate to it.
But that was adding,
all we had.
That was adding to it, opposed to like flavor,
like a different flavor.
Yeah, different flavor sour.
Okay,
yeah. Chocolate enhances the.
If it was a cherry sour,
which
I would say yes.
Gotcha.
Probably.
We have some bottles of.
But what kind of sour? It wasn't cherry. It was
Cutter, you sour cherry bitch.
Blackberry and I don't know.
Cutter, you blackberry bitch.
Oh, if you wanted more, you're in luck because there's still a lot more in the bottle.
A lot more.
Quite a bit, yeah.
Was a shot and a half.
It's probably pretty yeasty.
Yeah,
Ooh, yeasty beasties.
Oh man, that smells good. The color, I will admit, the color is pretty unappetizing, but the nose.
Well, it's got all that yeast.
I don't know, man.
Yes.
Woo.
That is delicious.
Can taste the funk, the Texas.
Oh yeah, there's definitely some funk. It's not super sour. I expected it to be a lot more sour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's really, really good.
Ooh, the smell of that. Ooh.
That's the
Okay,
bread.
just
That's
hold
the
your
bread.
nose and drink it.
For me, it's the barrel aged that may not.
Don't smell it.
I like that.
I didn't take it out for air.
Oh man, yeah, it is Brett there.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
bready.
Our sour,
Brett.
our
Bretty.
our sour.
Did you say
smells like
Brit?
that.
Yeah, Brit.
Oi, mate.
B-R-E-T.
Brit.
B-R-E-T.
Brit.
Brit, like Brittany?
It's Brett, bitch.
Oh, Brit.
A lot of Brett.
I think if it were fruitier, but man, how did it cause that flavor, that like spice?
That spiciness?
Yeah.
Well,
that we were
this is
getting.
mostly yeast at the bottom, so it's I feel like there's more of that on the
You're
top.
saying we got a different experience having the bottom of the glass versus
I mean, there's
the,
more yeast at the bottom.
I mean, all your power comes from the bottom.
Yeah, that's just my bottom bitch.
Does it have anything to do with how temperature was?
Well, you're gonna get more flavors as it warms up, but
That nose. I love that nose. That bready, fruity nose.
yeah,
Oaky.
but no hops because this has 1 IBU.
I don't know. I feel like Cutter can find the hops in that.
I don't think so. Thing is, sours aren't often aggressively hopped
They're not
because
typically.
the hops kind of stop the sour.
Yeah, they stop the souring.
But Blue Owl has it figured out pretty well, I think, because they dry hop everything, and so they get the sour and then they get the hoppiness,
Which helps
It's
with
really
the
good.
consistency. Yeah.
and a dry hopped hop I like a lot better than something that's been in the boil for a long time, because you get more of the flavor of the hop and less of the bitterness. So, but to each their own. Whatever you like,
Cicerone.
to each their own, cicerone. Yes.
All right, guys.
All right.
Do we want to wrap this one up?
We do.
I think you do.
Well, I'm just saying.
Got to get home to not have sex with your wife.
I'm going home to have sex with my wife. Thanks for joining us again. For the second time, we've poured beer over ice cream.
Yeah.
Tonight, we drank Supernaut from Fourth Tap,
Supernaut Cookies and Cream.
Land of Milk and Honey from 903 Brewers, Doppelblur from Circle, and the Freetail Texas Harvest.
2017 vintage.
Okay. This has been Tony.
Joel's there.
This is Cutter.
And this is Ross.
And this is the podcast.
This is the podcast.
These beers are pretty good.
Thanks for sticking around. You can subscribe to us on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, Spotify, BigHeadsMedia.com, or anywhere there are podcasts. If you like what you heard, rate and review us on iTunes. Check out our Patreon. Find it at patreon.com/3beersinpodcast. Check out all of our awards. You can give as little as $1 a month to help us keep doing what we're doing. It really helps out, and we'll give you a thank you on the show. Or for a little more, you can remain anonymous. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at 3beersinpodcast. Check out our website, 3beersinpodcast.com. You can find information about us and the show along with the links to all of our episodes and our really cool merchandise. While you're on our site, you can tell us what you like, what you don't like. If you don't like us, then why the hell are you still here? You should have turned us off long ago. But if you're just going to listen to us anyway, you should probably subscribe too. And if you would like a transcript of our podcast, write down everything that we just said.
I thought we were going to stop with that, but then it just kept going.
We just kept going.
Hi, I'm Mark, and I'm one of the hosts of Massive Late Fee. Do you remember Blockbuster? Well, we do, and we racked up a lot of late fees there. That's why we're glad there's things like Netflix, Hulu, and Blockbuster has died, mostly because of us. We cover streaming shows and pretty much whatever we want. Join us every Thursday as we talk TV and movies on Massive Late Fee. You can find us at Massive Late Fee on Twitter, Massive Late Fee on Facebook. You can email the show at massivelatefee@gmail.com, and you can find us at MySpace, Massive Late Fee. Massive Late Fee, the best podcast we can think of.